So, welcome everyone. Hello, my name is Susan Graham from Manifest Now TV. Today we have a special guest, entrepreneur, businesswoman, and fairy godmother. Fairy godmother of storytelling, and I love that. This is Chantal McDougall with us today. Thank you for being here with us.
Well, thank you
So,
for having me. Oh, sorry.
no, that's okay. You go ahead. Go ahead.
No, just thank you for having me.
Of course, always. I'm so glad. I really enjoy talking to people that have taken the courage, the step to put themselves out there and be their best selves for other like-minded women. And doing you. You're doing
Yeah.
you doing
Yeah.
you.
And for themselves too. Like that's a big part for me, like
Very
to
cool.
for
So
your clients and also for yourself.
yeah, let me just I'm just going to read a quick little intro here uh just before I get into some great questions and conversation with Chantel. So today's guest is a storyteller and a soul igniter. Meet Chantal, the fairy godmother of storytelling and founder of Shine Your Light Online. She helps heart-led entrepreneurs unfreeze, unlock, and unleash the stories that open doors, the kind of stories that spark connection, inspire action, and magnetize dream clients. From learning to be vulnerable online to sharing your message in a memorable way to being the person you were waiting to find online. With a wand of strategy and a sprinkle of sparkle, Chantal takes both your business and your mindset to soaring new heights. Set yourself apart and leave people wondering what is possible when working with you, with her coaching, consulting, and storytelling expertise. Chantal sees the spark or sparkle you may have forgotten was there, and she helps you shine. If you've ever felt like you're meant for more, you're going to want to lean in. Yeah, absolutely. So I love that. Um, First of all, so Chantal, we've spoken a few times. We had a little intro and meeting, and I really loved that. That's a really cool little niche expertise that you have, right? Like, not all. That's the cool part is we all can't do each other's stuff. You know what I mean? Like when you're being authentic, like
Oh,
that's not in my realm of, being able to do that.
you
So
want to do what lights you
explain,
up, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
explain
And
to everyone.
outsource the other stuff.
Absolutely. And that's being business and entrepreneur. You have to because you can't do it all yourself. So let's first of all start explain to everyone. So put that little intro and bio into layman's terms. What does that mean?
Into what? Sorry, I missed that word.
Layman's terms, simple terms.
Oh yeah, for sure. So essentially, I have had a passion to help women since I was super young. And I'll just give a little bit of a background. Just I was the little girl in the play structure that helped the younger kids, like to go down the slide, to climb. Like I was always that person. And it's beautiful that now I've become like still looking out for others, but choosing to like, how do I want to show up in the world, right? And for me, what's written in my heart is being a storyteller. Like I'm a storyteller at heart, and the fairy godmother, that's part of my personal story. So I love when I don't love that it happens that people don't see their spark, right? It's sad, but I love that I get the opportunity to help like show them in the mirror almost, kind of like Alice through the looking glass, like Alice in Wonderland, helping them see what's possible, helping them see their spark and their sparkle and what makes them unique. Help them see it, believe it, then bring it to life in their online presence and the way that they show up on video, the way that they show up in their life, and the stories playing in their mind. So for me, I have a big passion to help women, like to literally like the young alphabas. If you know Wicked, which is one of my all-time ultimate favorite stories of all time since I was a little girl. Elphaba is the Green Witch. She's more than the color than her skin, I will say that. But she was misunderstood and she was judged and told she was too much and so much more. I could do an episode just on that. But at one point she realized, I'm not going to wait for the world to tell me when it's time to fly. I'm going to do it on my own. And that's what I'm doing. Like I'm helping women to soar and be themselves. And I'm doing it for myself too. And that's what I feel like it's all coming together really well. And there's a lot of motion going. So for me, in simple terms, it's being able to be yourself and sharing who you are and accepting that not everyone's going to be, you know, for you and you won't be for them, and that's okay. But there are those stories that are locked inside of us. And sometimes, even with a consultant, having the expertise with marketing can help tie it into your services, like what I do. But there's things that are unlocked, and we've been containing it as women, and it's time to let it free and to set ourselves free too.
Yes, be free to be and be yourself and be authentic, authentically you, and not be hung up or stuck in that caring of what other people think, which
Yeah.
that's got to be one of the biggest, holdups.
One of my game changer like mindsets is, you know what, they're not paying my bills. So
Right.
like they can care what they want. I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
sometimes it affects me a little bit, right? But then I'm like, but that's a projection. And Susan, all about like projection and how people
Right.
show their wounds. And when I see someone, I had recently someone was like laughing at what I was doing, and I was briefly affected, but I was like, you know what? That's on them.
That's right.
I'm proud. I'm not a bully. I've never been. That's something I'm proud of. And if you don't get it, it's not for you.
And
Those
it's not,
movies that you grow up with. If
sorry,
you don't
just
get it.
just to interject,
Yeah.
it's not your problem, it's their problem. They have the problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's like it's their wound that shows up. And it's
Yeah.
like, we all have wounds. And for me, I'm trying to it's that balance between giving compassion, but also standing up for yourself. So for me, after they left, I was like, you know what? I don't need you in my aura, and I blocked them. I'm okay with blocking. There's
Me
nothing
too.
wrong with that. It's like
Oh,
you haven't earned the privilege to be in my aura if you're going to just spread that
I
negativity.
mean, totally block, delete, do whatever you need
Oh,
to do. And don't even care, even if it's family.
oh, especially if it's family. It's funny that you're mentioning that. Yeah. Um, Absolutely. You got to protect your peace. Protect your peace. And it's going to, can I say a word? Like,
Of course, whatever you want.
protect your peace and it's going to piss people off. But hey, protect your peace because
Doesn't
you
matter.
deserve it. And you know
You know
what?
what?
That's
I
it
feel that.
really,
I
yeah.
feel that. I hear you because I've definitely felt that lately, like online. It's so funny being an empath and intuitive,
Yeah.
and all women are highly sensitive and capable of this. It's just a matter of whether you decide to tune into it or tap into it. It's a blessing and a curse sometimes, right? Because I can feel it. I can feel, right?
It's a blessing and a curse for sure.
It
It's like
is.
I'm such a
Like,
big heart. It's beautiful, but it's like, dang, my heart needs to be protected too. Like we can be
yes.
kind, but we have to be kind to ourselves too,
Just
right, Susan?
block, just block. As soon as you feel like I'm like, really, this person is having a hard time with me using a filter, putting myself out there. Oh, well, guess what? That's that person's problem, not
Yeah,
mine.
and honestly, Susan, it's like their actions lead to consequence, and the consequence is a block. And if they're not happy with it, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have.
Yes, I like that.
Right? But
Yeah,
it's again, I'm like
absolutely.
you can be kind, you can be polite, but you have to protect your peace. And one of my good friends told me when you block those people, you make room for, let's say you blocked or deleted. I recently unfriended a bunch of people I don't speak to, and that constantly watch my stuff and never ever support. And I post
Yeah,
sometimes very vulnerable stuff. I'm like, you know what? It's nice to have a fan, but sometimes when you have had a history, it's nice to let that go. And I realized subconsciously, I was hoping they would reach out. I was. So I'm like, okay, I can't leave that hope there because that's hurting me, maybe even on a subconscious level. So
yes.
I let them go. And now I have like spots for people who are on my wavelength that want to see me succeed and support. Can you relate to that?
Yes, because it's all lined up. There's like
Yeah.
let's go great woo-woo for a second. There's universal synchronicity. So our energies and our soul's energies will line up with the right people. And the ones that aren't, just, ditch, block, crop, whatever, do whatever you need to do because they don't give a they don't they don't care enough
Yeah.
anyway.
Sometimes people are very
They're not,
disappointing. Hmm.
they're not your people. They're not our tribe, our
They're
ones
not
that we want to
there.
hang out with anyway. So,
And sometimes they can grow, right? Sometimes in terms of like grow on and meet us on our wavelength. I've had people that I've
yes.
outgrown and they caught up eventually on their own pace, you know? And I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? Yeah, you're accountable. You see the areas that you could have, been there for me, let's say, and now you're trying to be better. I'm not someone that will hold a grudge and like energy very well. Like I'm not gonna hold that grudge in. I'm going to like let it loose, but
It's
um
cool, but it does depend. Um, Grudge, fine. People make mistakes. We're humans. We make
yeah.
mistakes like all the time. We screw up. Like we're not perfect. And none of us knows everything that we need to know. We're just trying to show up and be the best that we can along the way. But if someone hurts you and it's really not okay, you don't need to go back. You don't need to let
Oh,
them,
100%. That's not
right?
what
Like, yeah, we
I
don't.
agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so amazing. Like, I am so into all of that and this type of conversation and this type of living now. And just to relate a little bit more, it's hard. I've been putting myself out there. It's not easy. You know, I think people think that it's easy and it's not. Like, look at me today. Do you think someone else would do this? I am sweating like a crazy 53-year-old lady.
I can't even tell.
Right? No, I know, but I can feel it. And I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you can see it. And then, so what? Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
me. 40 grams of protein. If you have a hard time getting protein in your day, try this sparkling protein water. It's beautiful. 40 grams. Lovely taste. Cheers. Being me right now.
Exactly.
Oh, and before I forget, I want to show you. I put my little butterflies in for you
Oh, that's so
today.
sweet. I love that. I love that. I
I know.
love that.
Okay, so tell me some more. What kind of, I hear that you're working on and creating some type of a coaching program or maybe you've already started it. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I have I haven't launched it yet, and I'm just starting to sprinkle it in a bit. But in
Mhm.
the fall, I'm going to be creating a experience for women who have had a hard time being vulnerable online and having a hard time having fun online. And it's going to be a safe, I don't want to, I know we're going to do a part two, and that's where I'll share more about it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's for like the
Yeah.
woman that feels like she's been like frozen or feeling like she has this dream or vague like a calling inside of her being like I'm meant for more. I want to like show up. Maybe she's in some of my clients come to me, they're like, I'm inspired by how you show up. I want to show up in my own way. I'm like, yeah. But it's very hard to go straight to social media that way. So it's going to be an in-between place before. And it's not even meant for just social media.
Of
It's this
course not.
place for you to express yourself through the arts. And yeah,
Oh,
I'm really excited, whether you're an aspiring content creator or an entrepreneur, or even a woman that wants to tell her story, share her voice online, and meet other women who are going through that journey. That's what it's
hmm.
about.
Cool. And I don't know if you've thought this out any further, or maybe is it like kind of going to be a membership type program, or
Yeah.
is it going?
Excuse me. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Awesome.
haven't said what it is yet, but you may have just guessed it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, in
awesome
report
though.
two, I will share more about it.
Of
But I
course.
will say right now what I'm focusing on is
Yeah, tell us.
this is actually really fun. So for a long time, I'm just gonna take some water. One sec. Feel free to share something, but when I just take water, 'cause it might take a little bit.
That's okay. I just like everything else. I want to know like what else, what are the offers that you may be putting out there for people that, and where they can find you. And of course, oh, by the way, everyone,
Yeah.
always, subscribe, like, share, please. Thank you. Yeah. But also all of Chantal's info, contact info will be in the description below, comments, look for it, find it, reach out. So, yeah, we'll definitely include all of that.
I appreciate that because I just started a YouTube channel and it's so much fun. I love the freedom, the expansion of long form content. It lasts longer than short form a lot of the time. And SEO wise, like I'm not an SEO expert,
Mm,
but when people go and Google and they search for things, YouTube is the first thing that pops up usually. And
right.
so YouTube is a good place to be in. They live longer, and I love that because sometimes you work really hard and it doesn't last long, like the video, and you put a lot of time and energy. So it's nice. You can take those videos that you've already made and just put them on YouTube. So just little, that's a little
Smart.
fun tidbit,
I like that. Thank you.
golden nugget. So, like I said, for a while, I felt very frozen. I had the dream, I had the vision and all, but taking that first step and honestly showing up, we say authentically a lot.
Mhm.
People think authentic is like a just like a term we just throw around and all. For me, it's like really being yourself, unpolished, whoever like what feels so natural and good. Like after you leave a call and you're like, wow, that felt good. And when you've known me opposite, you'll know the difference. Yeah, like when I really stepped in and as the fairy godmother with my crown and my wand and all, like I feel good. I don't feel like, oh, like what am I doing? And sometimes when you're doing something that is meant for you, it will feel a little like, oh, because of the conditioning and that those
Mhm.
stories that were playing in your mind. But I thought it would be really fun to create an offer that would have really helped me get unfrozen. So really meet the woman right now who wants to take that first step towards her dream or tell her story or hasn't posted, let's say, in a while because she's felt frozen. There's so many ideas,
Mhm.
doom scrolling, you're comparing.
Mhm.
So I am doing a it's called Melt the Freeze and it's a hot seat coaching. And what's cute
Mhm.
is
Melt the freeze.
Melt the Freeze, right?
Cool. Great
And hot seat,
name. Great name.
right? Hot seat melt. I was like, it works really well. And I love using fairy tale analogies and everything. That's a big part of like my heart and my brand.
And yeah, it's so you, right? That's you being you and authentic. And just to share, I love that. Melt the freeze.
Melt
That's
the freeze.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Um,
Yes, yes. And some people might take a few times, to melt the
oh,
freeze. But
or
on
years,
that first
or
or years, yeah.
or a
Well,
decade.
yeah. But what I mean by melt the freeze is like even taking a small little step. Yeah. It doesn't
Oh,
mean like going full out like what I'm doing, but I mean that little mini
just a
step
little
that
baby.
gets the dream moving,
That's
okay?
right.
Because you feel like the dream is like here, and sometimes you feel it's so far away, one little step. And then, just getting more motion going, that's what it's for. And it's going to be 60 minutes and it's 177 US. So
Amazing.
I'm doing it at that price. It's lower than my brand storytelling power hour. I just want to make it for the woman who's like wanting to get the motion going.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great deal. Great offer. I really, really love that. And I think it's relevant to so many of us. And just to share and relate a little bit more, I started this Manifest Now TV
Yeah.
channel in 2013.
Oh, wow.
I created the
Oh,
channel.
you created it in 2013
That's
and
12 years ago.
wow, and you just started posting recently.
Yeah. It
Wow.
took me that long to feel safe
Mm.
that I could be authentically me. I really did.
Wow.
I do believe there's a variety of different factors for that. I always feel like with manifesting, we'll just throw that in a little bit. There's a timing factor, like universal timing.
Yeah.
So there's that. Um, my timing lined up with universe's timing with the rest of the world had to catch up to
Oh,
energy and energy work because that's what I want to
yeah.
put. That's what I put out there. That's what I'm an expert in. That's me. That's it. And back then in 2013, I didn't feel good putting myself out there online. I didn't feel like people were into it. I felt embarrassed.
Oh,
No, yeah, for real,
I
right?
appreciate you being vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I want to. So now, if I didn't start this, there's reasons that I've started this because it's been
Oh,
a long time coming. I
oh
feel
yeah.
really comfortable doing it. I love interviewing and talking to people. Back in 2013, before this channel, I actually ran an online summit with 22 women that I
Oh,
interviewed from all over the world. And it was about manifesting. See, I didn't in that at that time it didn't feel safe or comfortable to talk. Now it's like blown
but
up.
exactly. Oh, I love that for you. But it's true. And being frozen, it's our body's way of protecting us. Like our body is protecting us from perceived danger. I mean, sometimes it can be dangerous if,
Yeah.
if you shared too much and then you go to bed and you're like, whoa, I did not mean to share that much. It's on the internet, right?
Yeah.
But and that fear and like,
There's
what if
that.
I lose someone, right? And I appreciate what you're saying because you kept that door open when it was ready to visit. And for me, first of all, I love that you're doing it now. And there's no shame in those 12 years. But I see and hear those stories all the time. And that's why I want to create Melt the Freeze. Because I've never seen anyone like focusing on like melting the freeze and like that frozen feeling. It's all about grow your business, hustle, thrive, da da da. What about the ones that feel frozen? Like, I think it was 2 years ago for me. I just saw all these offers and it was overwhelming. But if I just heard something like a hot seat coaching, she'll help me take that first step. It's like, help me melt the freeze. Like I was frozen, similar to what you're saying. Just sometimes you have the ideas, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just so overwhelming, or it never feels like good enough. You're waiting for the right time. And I learned sometimes you have to make the time right. Like sometimes it's the right
That's
time, and sometimes it's make the time right. Then
so
you're waiting for the right time and it's like,
no.
like the melt the freeze. I wasn't gonna share it on here, but I was like, no, no, no. I'm not gonna wait for the right time to say it. I'm gonna promote it. Why
Yeah.
not?
And
Right?
then we'll talk again and we'll just go, we'll dive deeper and you'll explain a little bit more about
Yeah.
anything else that you're putting out there and offering. And that's amazing. And it's really important for us. And it's important, your work, what you're doing and putting out there. And
But
it's so hard. Like, just to back that up too real quick, like if I didn't just put one foot in front of the other back there and this, it was like early March, April, I thought, oh my God, if I don't start this, like I was losing my mind. Like I'm like, because you sit in the fear, you're scared. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing that I've done is perfect.
yeah. Perfect's
And
overrated and unattainable. Like I don't
what,
believe it.
like, what do I do, right? Like
Yeah.
I can't make it perfect. So I'm just
No.
going to do what I can do and try to put one step in front of one little foot in front of the other, right? Take one little step at a time.
Exactly, Susan. I love that. And first of all, I'm very proud of you. I'm giving you like sending you compassion because those 12 years, people don't see it. But those 12 years, the wait, when you have a dream and you're not pursuing it, and you see there are other people doing it, or you have the calling inside of you and it's calling you to just like
Hmm.
take that first step. And it's just so, honestly, it's a pain. It's a painful,
It's a
painful pain.
it's a freaking arrow in the
It's a
heart.
soul. Yes,
It
sometimes it
is.
hits you with the soul because you're like, everything in me is telling me to do it, but that first step is like impossible. But
Hmm.
it's no, that's what this is for. I'm like, you know what?
Awesome.
Yes,
Melt the freeze.
melt the freeze.
Okay, you know what? I think we should leave it at that because we're
Yeah,
gonna
that
come
sounds
back.
great.
We're gonna come back.
Yes,
Okay. Okay,
I love it.
awesome. Cheers. Okay, that's
Thank
it.
you
Bye.
guys.
Everyone, come back, like, subscribe. Go to Chantal's channel too. Check out
Yeah.
her stuff and her work, and of course, um, like, share with your friends, and be back for part two with Chantal.
Aw, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
40 grams of protein. If you have a hard time getting protein in your day, try this sparkling protein water. It's beautiful. 40 grams. Lovely taste.
Please help our channel grow by subscribing, liking and sharing with your friends. Thank you very much, we truly appreciate it.